What is going on, everybody? I currently have my Azure hat on. I have my Azure shirt on, and there's a reason for that. Not just because I want to look cool with all my Microsoft stuff on, but it's because today in this video, we're going to be talking about the Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework. So, what is it? Well, we're going to find out. Let's check it out. Okay, so we are currently at this browser here. I'm going to zoom in a bit. And the first thing that we can see, well, actually, if you want to actually find this, simply just Google Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework. And then you'll be able to click on this first link here, and then it'll take us to the same page that we just had. So, first things first, let's click on the overview. What is the Cloud Adoption Framework? Well, specifically says that Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework for Azure is proven guidance that's designed to help you create and implement the business and technology strategies necessary for your organization to succeed in the cloud. So I'm not going to just read this word for word because that would be quite boring. But essentially, what this does is it literally helps you go from zero to hero in the cloud. It takes, let's say you have a little bit of cloud experience or you have no cloud experience at all, or you have a lot of cloud experience and you want to migrate. What this framework allows you to do is it allows you to literally build a business strategy around moving yourself to the cloud, aka adopting the cloud. Like that's literally in the name. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to click on Start Your Cloud Journey. So we can see here that there are some helpful guides here that are going to allow us to essentially help in the getting us started. So the first one is align foundational concepts to onboard a person, project, or team. I'm going to click on this, and this is actually really cool. It literally aligns you in like figuring out what you need to do with your team to even get started inside of the cloud, which is obviously really great. Gives you some options on accelerating your adoption, improve controls. Like this is a really big one. How do we manage enterprise costs? That's obviously huge, especially when you're first moving to the cloud. Like you have no idea what to expect. And then you can establish teams. So what does a cloud adoption team do? This is interesting. So build a cloud adoption team. Cloud adoption teams are the modern day equivalent of technical implementation teams, project teams. The nature of the cloud might require more fluid team structures. So this is like, it's pretty interesting. It literally tells you how to build a team out for your environment. So if we scroll down here, determine what type of adoption team you need. Cloud adoption teams tend to perform one or more of the following types of adoptions: migrating, modernization, architectural changes, development of new workloads. Taking best practices that Microsoft has seen to adopt the cloud from, I'm sure, all of their various clients. I'm not 100%, but that's what I'm assuming. And it literally drives down to what you need to do inside of the team that you're building. So if you're building an external team to do this, if you're building an internal team, like you had a bunch of IT folks internally that are really, really interested in the cloud, this literally tells you exactly how to do it. And it's not only it's not only just like a, hey, let's just like figure it out, or hey, here's some tips on how to do it. It's literally like, this is how we've seen it done, and this is how we've seen it succeed. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to exit out. I'm going to click back. So, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in that, starting your cloud journey. And then there's this download of find cloud adoption tools and templates. I'm going to click on this. And again, we see a bunch of strategy stuff on here. So for example, like cloud journey tracker, identify your cloud adoption path based on the needs of your business. Cloud journey tracker, again, for the plan. So it's actually interesting. I haven't clicked on this one, but so this is a cloud journey tracker. Identify your cloud adoption path based on your needs. This tracker will navigate in relevant content. Okay, so next. So let's see. How would you describe your cloud journey? Selected Azure as a cloud provider, but have not deployed anything yet. Perfect. Branding new scratch. Next, what areas interest you? Estimate cost of operating, architecting, Current environments in the cloud, that's actually a really good one. So we'll click on that. Okay. Are you responding to any critical business events like data center exit or mergers and acquisitions? Yeah, why not? Okay. What are the motivations for your cloud transformations? Reduce cap? No. Increase business intelligence, optimize internal applications. What have you done to build an actionable cloud adoption plan? Literally click next here. What are you doing to create skills for a readiness plan? I got nothing. How are you governing your cloud environments? Nothing. All right. Go back. Oh, we actually have to answer some of these questions. Okay. How are you executing against your cloud strategy? I'm going to say no, no. I'm literally going to say no to everything. Why are donating to, okay. Oops, sorry. I need to go back here. Okay. So I'm going to say no, 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 no. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to speed this up for us. I'm literally going to say no for everything. Here we go. All right. So you may be wondering, like, why did I say no for everything? Well, the reason is because like I have no idea what I want. Right. I'm going into this and I'm like, I don't know. So essentially, okay, understanding your cloud adoption journey, overall reserved, can't talk today apparently. Overall results, room to improve. It looks like there are key items needing attention before you're ready for successful cloud enablement. So think about that for a second. Microsoft, Azure, the environment that like they only make money if you use their services, right? They're literally saying, nope, you are not ready for cloud enablement yet. Interesting. So I'm going to go to the answer summary and we can see a few different of our answers here. Obviously, again, I chose no for everything. Okay, so that's really cool. So the point is, the reason why I want to show you this is because if you're moving to the cloud, or if you're, maybe like moving to Azure, or you're trying to do certain things in the cloud, you literally have an assessment here for you that you can take. Again, all best practices. It's pretty sweet. I'm going to close out of here. And then we have a few other ones like that too, where we have like strategy, we have plan, we have ready, govern. There's a whole bunch of different stuff that you can use here. I'm going to go back. Okay, so we have a few things like what's new in the cloud adoption framework, and then just some general guidance. So as you can see, find guidance for each methodology as you proceed with your cloud adoption journey. So for example, let's go to migrate, Azure migration guide, and we'll click on this. So as we can see, there's a Azure migration guide. We see that there's some tools here for us that we can use. And then we can also see like when to use this guide, best practices for cloud migration, things like that. Bunch of different things like VMware migration, right? This is a huge thing. If if you have like a bunch of VMs on the cloud or on the cloud, again, third time, I can't really talk today. You have a bunch of VMs on prem. This is awesome, like VMware migration. So we can click on this, and there's literally like a full list of like how you would essentially go about doing that migration. So with that, that is the cloud migration tool. Well, no, actually, it's the cloud adoption framework. I'm sorry. So I think this is really interesting. I know this has like been around for a little while, but this is really the first time that I've been like playing with it a lot. I think this is very, very helpful, and it shows the direction that Azure is going in. One of the things again that like totally stood out to me was like there's literally an assessment, and I, averaged critical, and they're like, no, you're not ready for this whole cloud adoption thing yet, but we could still help you get there. So they're not saying like, oh yeah, just move your stuff, no problem, just pay us money and we'll put your stuff in here. They're literally being like, no, you're not ready for this yet, which is obviously quite interesting because that's how they make money. But it shows that like they're actually caring about what you're trying to do. So with that, I hope that you found this interesting. I know this is a little bit different than my usual videos, but I do think that this is definitely something cool to look at. And there are a few other adoption frameworks and stuff as well, and I'll probably make some videos on those as well. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll see you again next time.